baby octopus. I think that's what it is. Man, that's cool. This is Lido Key. And then you have Big Pass between us and Siesta Key, which is right over there. And then around that stretch of land there on the tip of Siesta Key, about a half mile or a mile, is the beautiful world-renowned Siesta Key beaches. Alright, so I am here at Lido Key in Sarasota, Florida, and I'm getting ready to try to pull a fast one on the Colonel. He doesn't think I'm coming down here for another week, but my wife and I arrived early this morning, and I'm going to stand right here in front of this tree, this green bush right here, and put my head right in the green bush so he can't see where I'm at except this green foliage behind me, and see if he thinks I'm really here in Florida or if I'm like in some botanical garden in Ohio. The reason I'm doing this is because I tried to fool him before in front of my TV screen with a beach scene behind me, and he caught it right away because he saw the reflection of my house in my sunglasses. So we'll film this one this way and we'll see what happens. Whew, it was a long 16-hour drive, but sure is nice to finally be here to enjoy the white sands and the beautiful warm sunshine.
That almost looks real, but it's awkward. I mean, I can't, you said it was a long 16-hour drive. I can't believe you would have canceled your plane tickets. I'm confused. Really confused.
I know, I tried to make it look as real as possible, but you know, it's hard to pull one over on the Colonel.
Well, you know, the noise, the background noise. I'm almost ready to drive to your house. I cannot believe that. Did you really cancel flights? Be honest with the Colonel here. This is amazing.
Didn't you know there's an atrium in Columbus that looks real, like real life beach?
Sure.
I'm sorry, Colonel. I'll quit lying to you. We're really just up here at Lake Erie.
No, you're not. There was too much green in the background. That is, if you're at Lake Erie, you filmed this months ago to mess with me today. And if that's the case, I mean, wow, you would be the most epic prankster at that point.
Doesn't that look like Lake Erie to you?
You could potentially pass that off as Lake Erie, but your first polo today, you can see, you know, green, lush vegetation behind you.
That first one was supposed to make you think. That's why I pulled it in real tight, so you couldn't see anything but the green foliage behind me, and I was hoping to pull it off as just being in like an atrium in some botanical garden in Columbus or Cincinnati or Cleveland or something. Well, that was a pretty fun prank I tried to pull on Colonel. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out like I had hoped. I thought for sure he was going to think that I was still in Ohio somewhere. But I guess I just didn't quite do it right. With the wave noise, the lush green vegetation, then trying to pull it off as Lake Erie. Yeah, not the best, but it was still fun nonetheless. All as I know is it is awesome to be out here on the beach in early January. Looking forward to hanging out with the Colonel down here next week. This is the Eagle Beach Campground. And it looks like it's just one lane with camping on either side. Very tight spaces and no fire rings. So that is a drawback. But the benefit is that you are right on the beach here on Siesta Key. This is Eagle Beach. A very nice covered playground area out of the sun and weather. The campground's right there, and there's some campsites right there. So right across the fence is the playground. It's gonna be a beautiful sunset tonight. Beautiful. I don't think we're gonna have any clouds obstructing the sun dipping below the horizon. It's morning day 3, and we finally have perfectly calm weather. Just a light 2-mile-an-hour breeze this morning. It feels great. We're gonna head into Sarasota and grab some breakfast at a little diner, and then make our way towards St. Petersburg to visit the Sunken Gardens. It's a place my wife has been wanting to see. And then later on in the afternoon, actually early evening, about 5 o'clock, we got to pick up our 3 kids at the Tampa airport. I'm sure they're looking forward to getting out of cold Ohio and seeing sunny, warm Florida. The Sunken Gardens are 4 acres of well-established botanical gardens located in the historic Old Northeast neighborhood of St. Petersburg, Florida. The gardens have existed for more than a century and are one of the oldest roadside tourist attractions in the United States. Sunken Gardens are open to the public every day of the week, and an admission fee is charged for entrance into the gardens, and a yearly membership is also available. The gardens currently contain over 500 species of tropical and subtropical plants, amidst pools and cascading waterfalls. Lushly planted in a collection of more than 50,000 tropical plants and flowers. They include a Japanese garden, cactus garden, butterfly garden, and Chilean flamingos. The gardens began in 1903 when plumber and avid gardener George Turner Sr. purchased 6 acres of land, including a shallow lake 10 feet below sea level, which he drained to form his private sunken garden. Turner started planting papayas and citrus fruits along with other exotic plants on the rich soil surrounding his home. By the 1920s, Turner had opened a nursery and began selling fruits, vegetables, and other plants, and visitors were paying a nickel each to stroll through the gardens. In the fall of 1935, he fenced his garden and started charging an admission fee of 24 cents. The gardens eventually became widely popular, and from the 1950s through the 1970s were ranked among Florida's top 10 commercial attractions. After Turner's death in 1961, his sons Ralph and George Jr. continued to run the gardens, which were eventually passed on to Ralph's 3 sons. They eventually sold it to the city in 1999 for more than $2.2 million. The Gardens also offers educational programs, tours, and special events, particularly weddings, which have taken place for decades on the wedding lawn and in the banquet facilities in the garden room, overlooking the unique garden setting. This might be the first armadillo I've ever seen out in the wild. Rooting around down there. I thought it was a tortoise at first. Pretty cool. Can't really go down and chase them. What is it about armadillos?
Leprosy.
Leprosy. You're not supposed to touch them, you get leprosy, I guess. I don't know if it's true or not. have a very calm day here on Lido Key at low tide. It's about 9 in the morning. You can see the water's only about 8 inches deep here. These are good places to find sand dollars. This is the very end of the north tip of Lido Key. Can't go any farther unless you want to swim. Long boat key across the pass here. It's a beautiful stretch of beach up here at the north end of Lido Key. Well, we are here at Mayaka River State Park, about a half hour outside of Sarasota on the other side of I-75, away from the beach. And there is a 34-mile hiking trail through here with 4 primitive campsites. We're not out doing the whole thing. We're just gonna do a little 6 or 7 mile loop. It's a beautiful day. It's a little warm, and this place is known for its wild boars, so maybe we'll get lucky and catch one on film. This is the kind of place I do not want to spend a lot of time walking in today, because this is considered a dry prairie. They do some prescribed burns here throughout the year, but it's very hot. Thank goodness there's a nice breeze. But being out here in the open, it's a quick way to get burnt and dehydrated if you don't have enough water with you, because there are no water sources. All right, we're officially on a single track trail, and it is part of the Florida Trail. I have done 100 miles of the Florida Trail last February, and it was the perfect weather. It wasn't this hot. I had 70s every day, 60s and 70s, and it was a lot of overcast weather, so it was very comfortable. Even though this is hotter and more humid than I would prefer to hike in, I would take this weather any day over the teens we are having in Ohio right now. As many of you know, I do not like hiking in ice and snow. However, I would consider a winter camping trip if I had a hot tent to stay in. Well, here's one of these wild hog traps right here. Pretty cool. I think there's a bunch of them out here. Have some decent views of Mayaka Lake out there, which forms the Mayaka River, which is great for kayaking. We got about another mile back to the vehicle, and I'm looking forward to getting back and hanging out at the pool and the beach. Jeez. The public beach up there is crowded, but as you can see here at our resort, it is wide open, not busy or crowded at all. We are going to have a beautiful sunset. The first one without clouds this week. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Seems like there always ends up being some clouds right there at the horizon when the sun goes down. Not tonight. It's a clear blue sky. Hardly any waves at all. Looks like a calm lake out here today. It's supposed to be 81 degrees today. It's going to be a warm one.
Well, it's the Colonel. I was supposed to film an intro for my part of this video when I left the house in Ohio this morning, but we left in a hurry and it was cold outside, like roughly 8 degrees cold, 6 degrees cold. But we are rolling through northern Georgia in a lovely minivan, heading south to meet Jason and his family. So we'll see how this trip goes. We've got the kids and my wife, and we are cruising down 75 South on our way to Sarasota. Oh, and you may wonder why Colonel's filming looks a little subpar from what he usually does, and that's because he's using his selfie camera on his Samsung phone. Jason left a few days ahead of me, and he took my G7X Mark II. I was supposed to have that, but they left on a good deal and didn't get a chance to get it. Oh well, I'll pick it up when I get to Florida. He's got it charged up for me.
You'll never guess who decided to join me here in Florida. He drove the Chrysler Pacifica down from Ohio. The old Colonel's here in Florida. Hey, so what's your initial impressions, Colonel?
Oh my gosh, it's 80 degrees. There's this weird liquid coming out of my body, my head. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like 30 degrees at home and,
Yeah, and then
snow,
like-
freezing rain last night.
And 82 here.
Yeah. It is hot. Sultry. A balmy 82.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to cash in big on some sand dollars. I've heard of them. I've never knew what they were until Jason showed me some of theirs. So I'm hoping I can find, I don't know, $10 or $20. Been looking for this a sand dollar, and they seem pretty hard to find. I never thought that I would be the type of person that would walk a shoreline looking for shells. It kind of become addictive. I think we're going to head down to Siesta Key. That's going to be more crowded, I'm sure. Probably the good easy shells are picked over, but we'll find something, I'm sure. All right, we're on our way back from Siesta Key. That beach is very spectacular, sadly overpopulated. I prefer the beach where we are staying at Suntide. The sand was amazing. However, the 20 plus different brands of suntan lotion made my head spin. So I am very happy we are staying in a less populated area. However, kids liked it, the Colonel liked it, and the Mrs. Colonel liked it. Look out! All right, so we got Jason out there, and Blake and Natalie, and Jason's gonna try to ride a boogie board on a wave. There's a guy on a stand-up paddleboard that's really got me fascinated. I'd like to talk to him. I'd like to maybe try it, but these probably aren't the waters to learn that in. I hope I'm filming the right people. I can barely see anything. Okay, Jason's the farther one out. If I look over the camera, I can tell who's who. Here comes the unidentified stand-up paddleboarder. Jason drifted way off course. He is way out here in a whole different area. Well, I guess I've got to get up off of my chase lounge and walk down to the water's edge to film Jason doing something spectacular. All right, here we go. All right, so we're walking down. Oh my gosh, my daughter just dropped a $60 room key.
65?
60, that's not any better, sweetie. Pay attention. Know your surroundings. Woo, the water's a little chilly on the Colonel's feet. He's being too selective. He just needs to let it happen. There it is, see? There he comes. Oh, look out! About run the Colonel over. Jason is patiently waiting to be chosen by the correct wave. Is that one? Nope, that one did not like him. Miller's hoping to get chosen by this one. Does he got it? Does he got it? Man alive, he comes in fast. I can't get out of the way quick enough. I was telling everybody how you don't really choose the wave.
The wave chooses you.
The wave, and that's exactly what I said. See, I wasn't making this up. You've got to be selected by the wave. Colonel was here. Yes, he was. He was here for a week. He's probably gonna cry when he goes back to cold, frigid, dark, wet, nasty Ohio. But that's all right, we'll live. We'll live long enough to do this again next year.
It's a beautiful night here at Suntide Island Beach Club in Sarasota, Florida on Lido Key. It's about 75 degrees currently.
You know, for a small resort, this is top notch. You know, it's nice to be able to park. Like this guy can probably park here and walk right into his condo, whether it's the first or second floor. You're never very far away from where you need to be. Pretty darn nice. So we had a place, Airbnb, booked in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where we would drive. We would leave here Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, you know, like at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we would drive to and get to before dinner time in Chattanooga. I canceled it because there's a massive snowstorm coming into Kentucky, northern Tennessee and Kentucky to be more specific. So I canceled my Airbnb. We're gonna drive straight back. I'm gonna leave here like at 3 in the morning, stop in Chattanooga, pick up my mother, and we'll be home Saturday night by 11 p.m. On a positive note, the Colonel must be losing weight. No, wait. I said that wrong. The Colonel must be gaining weight because my skin feels so tight. Do I look red? I've got to be red. My gosh. I've been doing nothing but laying out yesterday and today I can feel it. I feel tingly. I feel red. I think even my legs are on fire. Holy smokes. Colonel might be burnt.
Got some kind of bird of prey up here. It looks like an eagle. It looks like it has a white head, but I think it's just some kind of hawk. We are currently entering the shark tank. I can't quite remember the history of this, but I believe this is where they stored sharks. I don't know if it was for sport or for food. Let's go in here and take a look. We're out here in an area called the Grass Flats. You can see how shallow it is. It's about 8 inches, crystal clear. And right up here somewhere, there's a hidden tunnel into the mangroves we're gonna go explore. Well, we're entering the beginning of one of these mangrove tunnels. Well, we came to a dead end. I don't see a way to proceed any farther than that. If it was high tide, maybe. We're like right in the middle of the tide right now. So it's not all the way down, or it's not all the way up. This is the end of the road. I'm gonna turn back around. You can see how tight this is. I had to pull my paddle in and just use limbs to pull my way through. That was pretty cool seeing those birds there that close. They wouldn't even move. One was a kingfisher and the other was a hinga. I think that's what the fellow said it was called, a hinga. Back over there you can see the beach entrance. You can get on to the beach where the Gulf is on the other side of that little tree line. And I believe this is Stephen King's house right over here. Heading out for a little ride on Eagle Beach. Man, the water looks really beautiful here. Nice aqua color. can't get over how thick these mangroves are. Can't imagine trying to hike through there. We are heading to the Cortez Kitchen in the Colonel Mobile. We're all here to eat at the Cortez Kitchen. Colonel, how did you get burnt today?
I don't think I did. I think I fared pretty well. What do you think? Man, my retinas are burning right now, though. I can't open my eyes.
Down below the building before we finish our meal.
Yeah, I've only got like 5 fingers left.
We're
5 times you can 20.
Natalie's filming nice. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Welcome to Cortez Kitchen.
You should be.
All right, Kinsey, what do you think?
It's good. It's spicy.
Buffalo wing thingies.
Buffalo grouper.
Oh, grouper. Kinsey's awesome hat.
Woohoo! Look out!
Don't do it because I don't see that
Jason on
anywhere.
his phone
It
during
runs
dinner
into
time.
75.
That's illegal. Okay, Kinsey, what'd you get for your meal?
Shrimp, hush puppies, and fries.
Yum. Done scallops, grilled scallops, cheeseburger, scallops. Here's some mac and cheese, delicious calamari, and some French
Put that
fries.
saucer in, man.
I didn't get a clam though. We got cheated out of that.
Your face is like completely in the dark.
Why? I got sunshine on me.
Now, ew.
You're going to go home and freeze in Ohio. Whoa!
Tomorrow we leave. Go
Yep.
to crappy Ohio.
Ew. Alright, we're in the car, headed back to Suntide after our expensive meal. Yeah.
These YouTubers back there talking about cameras, they're geeking out on us. Oh!
Good one.
So you took Harold to this, oh, focus on me, you piece of crap. So you took Harold to this lovely area to eat, but not the Colonel. Why is that, Jason?
Because we didn't really enjoy it that much.
Oh,
It's too
Yeah,
expensive.
wasn't that good? The only good thing was hitting the gong.
gosh, I'd love to play an instrument. A gong would have been perfect. I could have learned it so fast.
That's the reason they...
We're here at a beach with Jason Wish. Got a beautiful sunset getting ready to happen, so check it out.
We are here at Bradenton Beach on Longboat Key. And we have a beautiful sunset getting ready to happen.
I am here at this godforsaken beach. I don't know what it's called. Freezing my butt off. Here is a behind the scenes look
The time lapse.
at a time lapse. Focus on that camera, you piece of crap.
Wait, Dad, is that your camera?
So what does it do? Take a picture every 10 seconds? It takes a picture every 10 or 15
This one's set up.
seconds.
I got it set up right now and take a picture every 7 seconds.
Every 7
And we'll stitch it
seconds.
together into a nice little sunset.
That's how that works.
Our final night in Sarasota, Florida, on Lido Key. It was a beautiful sunset tonight.
There's a pelican.
Exactly 903 miles straight in front of us is
South Padre.
South Padre Island. Got a little high tide going on right now, folks. It's chilly out here. It's a lot darker than it looks, but you can see that it was a beautiful sunset tonight.
Saddest day of any vacation. Loading up the van, and we're going to be heading north. Leaving a few hours early to not stay in Chattanooga tonight. Just going to blow on home because of the impending white death that will cripple northern Tennessee and Kentucky. A few inches of snow that would not be a problem in Ohio, but is not going to work out in a southern state. They have no idea how to handle it. They had a few inches on the way down. Well, they had a few inches a few days before we went down. They've proven that they can't handle it with the many semis laying on their sides in road ditches, just abandoned. One last look at the kidney-shaped pool and the hot tub. I wonder if I should do some tree knocks on the miller's door right there, or some Bigfoot whoops, or some wild boar grunts, snarls. Alrighty, gotta keep loading, gotta get rolling. Northbound and down. Here we are in Valdosta, Georgia. Filling up, and it's 46 degrees.
Well, it's my final day here in paradise on Lido Key, Florida. It's a Saturday morning, getting ready to head to the airport to fly home to Columbus, Ohio. We're gonna walk out here and take one last look at the beach and the ocean. Shaping up to be another beauty. Sun's getting ready to pop up over the buildings there. Oh man, it's a nice day. It's a little chilly this morning, about 55. It always warms up into the 70s every day. Well, another Florida vacation in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for coming along. Until next time, I'm Jason Wish, wishing you a great time on your next adventure.
Well, so it is 6:02. We are about approximately 35 miles south of Cincinnati, and it is cold, 29 degrees cold. I just pumped gas at this Flying J and thought I was going to go into hypothermic shock. What time was it? I want to say Jason landed in Columbus around 1 or 2, I think. He poloed me, and I was at my aunt's house having lunch in Chattanooga, picking up my mom, and that's where we're at now. So the family is inside Flying J looking for something that they can snack on. We are 2 hours and 5 minutes from my driveway, so I'm done eating truck stop crap. I'll wait till I get home at this point.